All right, hello everyone. Here we are setting up for hole number 9. Go back to the basics here. The more that you can curl this, the better the club. So I'm thinking things like rock, apocalypse. These are ideal, much more than Thor's hammer. You know, use Thor's hammer as a last resort. I would use rock. Even if it's a 6 or a 7, I would still use rock. The only thing that changes is kind of your aim a little bit, and also the amount of spin that you'll be able to use. Because you won't land as far as Apocalypse, which means you need to make an alteration. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to crank this up. I'm thinking almost, 5-6 on the backspin. First thing I'm doing, I'm playing that wind off the right of my bullseye. I'm going to do one full stack, a couple more rings, somewhere right in here. I did about 2 or 3 more rings than this last time. So just going to go just a little bit less this time. Try to get this bending around this corner. And that looks pretty ideal. As I mentioned, even if I did land in that rough, I was just going to pitch out. I wanted to give you guys a perspective of kind of where I am. It's kind of a couple different ways to play it. There is some rough there that you can try to bump. But alternatively, you can try to go backdoor on it as well. So, as I mentioned, no real advantage to using Thor's hammer. I would pretty much avoid this club as kind of like a last resort. You could just use less backspin than me and do a rock. So should be at long iron range, looks like I am. Now what you typically want to do is you actually want to kind of land it up here high intentionally and kind of roll it down this hill. So you can see with my alignment, I am kind of towards mid-club a little bit. So I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 4.5 rings here. You can use the notebook as well if you would like. I'm not going to get too specific on this. I just want to try to see if I can get it back down to the hole. It looks like maybe, yeah, it did make it. So you can see with what I'm doing with my alignment, typically the higher you get it up on the hill, the more it rolls down too. So don't be too afraid to get it up there. But you might want to just try to make sure that you land on the fringe on your first hop. It's a little bit more consistent that way. So landing more on the flat will help. And you can see using that backstop there is going to give you a very, very good chance to be able to get that. So let's just take a look, see how this works out for my opponent here. So more of a layup more than anything, because that's not going to shoot down towards the hole. Anytime that you get that far left, it just kind of shoots more towards the center. And you don't make it back towards the hole. But good luck with that, guys. Hopefully you guys are able to get that eagle, use that backstop there. And, otherwise, as I mentioned, if you can kind of bend that corner and get it up to where I just did, good chance you can bring machete just in case you accidentally roll through into that rough. So good luck with that hole. I'll catch you guys on future guides. I'll be doing pro next for you guys if you guys are looking for those as well.